What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Profab Headers and Exhaust, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, SRI Performance, and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. What's up, guys? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Winding down for the school year. Went over to Darlington this weekend, watched a couple races, and watched some Florence on Flow, and had a lot of racing this week.
There was a lot of racing local to us, and all a bunch of good. And let's see, I'll cover up this side. I just want to let y'all know this is what Connor's getting ready for right there. There it is.
Just a couple days.
Couple days.
Yep.
You done? You excited?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not
not
one way or the other. Yeah, I mean, it's coming whether you're ready or not. So,
hey, but it only happens once. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, but it's not over the top for me.
So how's your senior year been, though?
It's been pretty good. It's been a lot easier than the previous years, really, other than a couple college classes. But it's been a good time.
How did college classes go?
Not too terribly bad. Just a lot of work because you're doing 8-week classes, which is usually the material is usually spread out over longer than that, so it's kind of crammed down. But you work hard for a little while, then it's all right. Once you get done, it's done.
I hear you. Well, cool. Yep, like Connor said, we had a lot of racing this week. Connor come in, he said, thought you wasn't racing this week. I saw it on Race Mod. I said, well, I had a birthday party I was supposed to DJ, well, they canceled on me on Friday, and me and Landon went over to Darlington to truck race, and kind of while we were there, I was like, you want to go race tomorrow? He's like, yeah, we can go. I'm like, okay, well. So we didn't even load up anything till Saturday morning and get nothing ready. Which, I mean, kind of everything was ready from Dillon to week before when we didn't change just a... That's the one thing about the Legend cars, you know.
Can't leave it.
Yeah, kind of... But the adjustment's kind of easy. So, we adjusted and decided to take it on over there. And, it was a wild night of racing. We'll get into that here in just a few minutes. Got the winner of the late model stocks. Cody Kelly is going to join us here in a few minutes. She'll be up here in just a couple minutes. But man, it was a wild night of racing over there. I think it was just something in the air this past week because Darlington had some wild racing. Just there at the end. I mean, but it was eventful, I guess we'll say, for the leaders. So we'll get into all that. Then I saw where Landon Huffman and body got blown off the car. Yeah, I mean, just like half of everything got took off. So it's been it was a wild weekend of racing for sure. But we got a man that was able to not only take home the late model stock trophy, he took home the Truck Series trophy over there at Florence Motor Speedway this past weekend. Mr. Cody Kelly, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How are y'all?
Well, lovely for a Monday. How about you? Oh,
pretty good. Yeah, same thing. Just at the shop right now.
You already working on for the next race?
You got to.
You don't need to touch it. Nah, don't touch that thing, man. Just leave it right where it is.
Yeah, it was really good this weekend. That was for sure. That was probably the best the truck's been ever, I think, at Florence. Man, it was dialed in this weekend.
Cool. I was gonna say, man, you've won some races. You've won races over there, obviously, in the truck this year. But there's been some challenges on your hands over there this year.
Oh yeah. Every single race this year, I've had to start second or third, and barely pass somebody at the end of the race every single time. It hadn't been handed to me at all. Them Clay and Dusty and they've been on my tail hard, and it's been hard to pass them and get by them, and we've barely been doing it somehow. But this weekend, I think, was the only time I've started first and led the whole race, I think.
Yeah, for sure, man. That was I was dominating fashion there, so congratulations on that. As always, man, that's good stuff. But You know, there's kind of that other race that went on. Yeah, I love talking about your truck stuff because I love watching you hold such a pretty wheel in that, man. Every time I watch you,
Love it.
and
Love it.
yeah, it's good stuff for sure. Also took home late model stock race this past week. That was a we'll get into the excitement here in a little while, obviously, but that was a hard fought race there, man. You and Matt Cox there up front for quite a while, really door to door for the majority of the race.
Oh yeah. See, Steve told us before the race in the drivers' meeting that we were going to have a competition caution because the first, I think we haven't had a caution in late models all year long,
Nope.
and we've ran like 75 lap races, and I guess he said that he wanted a little bit more excitement in the late model races, and
Careful what you ask for, eh?
yeah, well, I think everybody just raced different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people were saving, and then some people that was in fourth or third or what was faster than say me. I mean, you know what I mean? When the caution, like after we went back green, and I think it just, I don't want to blame that, but I don't know. It's just it made it for an exciting race. But he'll tell you that it wasn't the competition that caused the yellow. There was somebody that spun out.
Yep.
There was somebody that spun out on like 2 laps before the competition cost him, but it was just everybody raced different. It didn't race like it was a regular 75 lap race.
That's what I was fixing to ask. Did you look at it any different, knowing there was going to be a caution? I mean, you knew it was at least going to be at lap 40. Obviously, it came at lap 38. I think is when it actually was. Did you go about it any different yourself?
Oh yeah, for sure. I started on pole, so I wanted to just try to get out front and control the race, and I didn't go really hard, but I went pretty hard, trying to just stay in front of Matt, and he was right there with me the whole time. But yeah, I didn't try to pull away or anything. I just tried to manage the gap, and I know he was probably doing the same thing for the people behind him, and they were just riding too. Casey, Donovan, Justin. I mean, they were just riding behind him trying to get to lap 40, and then the race would start.
Right.
And I don't know. It got really crazy, really fast. And the restarts those were crazy. I mean,
Yeah, they lost audio on you there. Can you hear us? We lost audio on you for some reason there. Can't hear you.
Do you have me now?
There we go.
All right, I got you now.
All right, let me go back in.
Let me turn my Bluetooth off.
I got you.
I think I hooked up to something else. All right, there we go. You still got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right, I don't know where I left off, so we might.
Do you see?
Nah.
You were talking about after lap 40, how it
Yeah.
kind of got little. So
yeah, it just got crazy.
Hold, I'm gonna hit record here on it real quick. I paused it a second.
All right.
So here we go.
Yeah, it just got crazy after lap 40. After all the cautions, you know how people say cautions breed cautions, and I just think that's what happened.
Yeah, it was. There was some wild stuff going on. I know. Let's see. I know.
Barnhill.
Yeah, Bryant Barnhill and Alex Meggs kind of got into it there. There was people off the track. We got the wrecker bogged down back there.
Yeah, there was a lot, and that's why I was talking about the race because there was a very controversial wreck at the end, but
yeah.
I mean, what's that?
I said, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of wrecks during the race, but you don't see nobody talking about them. You know what I mean? Like, that was just a bad racing incident that turned out where Matt got into a terrible accident that nobody wanted to happen, and I don't know. It's just it sucks for him. It sucks for Casey because he feels bad about it. But I mean, he didn't wreck him or try to
No.
wreck him. I mean, it just happened, and I don't think Matt Cox was doing anything wrong to make his self wreck. I mean, it just happened, and it sucks for him. It sucks for Casey, Kendall, everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
you count on your hand. How many times have you seen Casey wreck somebody?
Oh, none. And
I mean, that's something. How many times can you count on your hand that Matt Cox wrecked somebody? You can't.
I can't.
So
I can't.
that's what I'm saying. It was a bad accident, and I feel really bad for him and his team, and I feel bad for Casey, and because I mean that's all he's been thinking about, and like like did he do something wrong? I tell him like you didn't do nothing wrong, man. It was just a bad accident that he just had like at the end of the wreck. It was just terrible. I mean, there was a bunch of accidents in the race where nobody's car got tore up, and it's not all over social media.
Right.
It just sucks that it happened.
Right. It does. It does, man. I agree with every bit you just said there. But obviously you were right behind it when it happened. What did you see, when you were behind them there?
I don't even know what I saw. It happened so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally I was way up the track. Like whenever Matt went to the corner, he was on Casey's or near Casey's door. I'm not trying to say he was pinching him or nothing. He
Right.
was down low. I went like the Bryant Barnhill line. Like I went way high. Like somebody was trying to go 3 wide with me. And then whenever I was coming back down, I was trying to get a run on Donovan on the inside of me. I was trying to look at him and see how far I was away from him and everything. And all of us were slipping and sliding, trying to get grip because it was at the end of the race. I mean, there's 4 laps to go. Everybody was trying to get all they could, and I don't know. I just seen them touch, and I seen them going down the track, and then Matt hit the wall. You know what I mean? I don't know, and I'm not here to blame anybody, and I don't think it was
No.
Casey's fault, and I don't think it was Matt's fault. I just think it was hard racing with 4 laps to go, and a bad, terrible accident that nobody wants to see happen to anybody, and it sucks that it happened.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. And I was talking with some people at the track. They were already had pulled up Flow Racing and pulling up replays and everything at the track, and we're all just looking at them like. And I actually happened to be over at Matt's pit just when it happened. I was over there with Matt Grantham, and we were talking, and it just. We were looking at it as like, well, what actually happened? We're like, I don't know. There's no way really knowing. Then I think yesterday or today I saw Donovan's in car, and it still just looked like I was like, man, they just looked like they're racing hard coming out too, and just there it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just all it was to it. I mean, that's just unfortunately, that's just racing. And I will tell y'all, I'll put it out there. I text Matt Cox today, asking him if he wanted to come on and say his side of it, because I know everybody else got an interview or whatever, and he didn't say anything. He said, man, he said I appreciate it, but I'm over it. That's racing. He said we'll just move on. Ain't no big deal. And from what Casey said, he apologized because he thought he'd done something wrong. Whatever. I'm just like you. I don't think there was necessarily just a cause of somebody just run into somebody on purpose, because I know that would never happen between those two. So,
No.
that was just racing deal. To me, it was a terrible racing deal, but it was just a racing deal. And,
Yeah, but I mean, how many racing deals were in the race that somebody just didn't have a terrible hit with? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It sucks, and I don't know really anything else to say about it, but I feel
That's right.
really bad for Matt and his team. I mean, I know how much it takes to fix the cars. I mean, we had not a crash that bad, but Casey wrecked a couple years ago. It tore the car all up, and
Yep.
it takes a lot of money and it took us forever to get the car back together.
That's right.
And I know exactly how he feels right now, and even when he got out the car, I know like when he was hot getting out the car, you thinking, man, he wrecked the crap out of me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get him or whatever. But like, I think he even showed he was pretty relaxed in that. I don't know. I don't think they really should have let him on the track, but I'm glad he was like a little calm. You know what I'm saying? At least he didn't
That's
throw no
right.
punch, nothing. He just talked to him in case he told him like, man, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to do that. But
That's right. That's right. Well, it happens. And
Flying, you know what I mean? When you're driving a race car and somebody's in the corner bumping you, you're like, man, dude's trying to wreck me. And like, that's what you think right time it happens.
yep,
But then when you go back and watch or think about it, it's like, man, I was in the way. You know what I mean?
yep.
Not saying Matt was in the way. They were both racing for the win before laps to go. But anything like that, you know what I mean? It's just, it sucks it happened. And hopefully they're not mad. And hopefully they get over it. Like, I'm not saying get over it. Like,
Oh yeah,
they should.
yeah.
But hopefully everything will be okay.
Oh yeah, I think it will. Like I said, I mean, both sides to me they're pretty much class acts, and neither side is ever known for nothing crazy like that. And that was so it is what it is, and unfortunately, you know, at the same time, and fortunately, us all as racers, we kind of know what we're signing up for when we get on that track. We know that, you know, that is a possibility. So I mean, it just is what it is. And that's all you can do. I mean, there ain't nothing else you can do. So you just got to move on from it and go. So that's cool. But regardless of all that, man, you ended up coming out in the top spot off all that.
Yeah. After that caution, I just didn't have the best car. I don't know if something happened to the car or the tires were just too hot or what. I mean, we had plenty of time for all the other cautions for my tires to cool down, but I don't know. I just didn't have. I was really good at the start of the race, and it just when the caution came out, I just didn't have the grip I had before. But yeah, I guess luckily I still got the win somehow. I was off tracking, hitting hitting the track coming off, like coming back on the track, and I was like, man, I'm probably done too. And luckily, we got it done. I guess I wasn't it's not the best win ever, but I was glad I did get the win. I guess.
Well, it's like somebody said before, you know, take them any way you can get them, because you never know when it's going to be the last one. And well, I don't think this is ever going to be the last one for you by no means, but you always got to take them however you can get them. You got to be in position to capitalize on stuff like that.
Exactly. I'm riding that wave right now, but I know it could crash at any time.
So you being in the 13 car this year, man, and we've seen you in it before, and something about that car really fits you. What is it?
See, my Uncle Bobby drove it for a while, and they worked on it like a lot and trying to make it better, and I guess it was 3 years ago at the 400 I got in it, and it was just fast right off the get go. I mean, I don't know. I love that car. It's an older car. It's not new by any means. It's probably like a 2010 or something center section, and PRW car, and it's been really good for us. But they got a lot of good knowledge and good help. His pretty much his son, not his blood son, but pretty much his son, Trent Owens.
Yep.
Helps. He's a crew chief in NASCAR, and he helps on the car when he can. He only got a day or two out of the week he can help a little bit, but he helps out. And then he has a brother named Travis Owens, and he's a front end mechanic or something like that for one of the Cup teams. So they help on the car. And Stevie Johnson, he's a well known racer in Timmonsville, and he keeps up the car during the week. And it's a really good piece. It's been fortunate to be really fast with it.
Man, that thing has looked good. Like I said, you've always looked good in it every time you get in it. But this year, I think the consistency of you being in it more and, you know, on a weekly basis, I really think you and that car are, I guess, becoming one now.
Yeah, it's coming like my own. Like I get in the truck, I just feel comfortable with it. But like we worked like crazy on the truck trying to get it faster when Strom was racing a lot 2 years ago and he was winning a lot. I mean, we spent a lot of time at the track. You could ask Steve, man. We was over there all the time trying to get it faster. And I mean, that's what it takes to win. You got to work on it. Even I'm telling my daddy, like, man, I'm ready to go home sometimes. And he's like, man, if you want to win, you better stay here and work on this thing and get it faster. So that's what it takes. And if you want to win, that's what you got to do.
If anybody out there don't already know, Cody's dad, Todd Kelly, he was kind of one of he was the man over there in the early mid '90s at Florence Motor Speedway for sure. He won a lot of races over there too.
Yeah, he actually with Connor's grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won a ton of races. I think one year they said they won 21 out of 23 races or something
Yep.
crazy like that.
Yep.
And still didn't win the national championship or whatever they called it back then. Still didn't. The other guy somehow won it still. But they had I watched the videos growing up every single night on the little TV, trying to just watch him pick up everything I could. And I think that really helped us a lot and everything he knows.
He knows that track like the back of his hand, man. He's probably put more laps around that track than anybody. So definitely got good support there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Man, you gonna just keep on focusing on Florence Motor Speedway this year?
Yeah, probably so. I might go run Dillon time or two, but Florence, it's tough racing there. Like
Oh yeah.
every time they race, you know what I mean? You got to stay on your stuff. It's hard to bounce back and forth to different tracks these days. You know what I mean? It's not like it used to be, you know. But yeah, we'll probably stick around Florence and Dillon. Maybe do another race or two somewhere else. Just depends. I wish Myrtle Beach Speedway was still open. I'd love to go race there.
Don't we all? Me and my wife went down there and bought a car. It's been about a month and a half ago now, from the Mitsubishi place that's right in front of the old track. And I'm just standing out in the parking lot, just looking back behind it. I'm like, man, this stinks.
Yeah. Whenever we were racing there, we were just kind of just learning everything about the new setup stuff. And I wish we could go back now and try it again.
That's right. Yeah, for sure. You just talked about going to Dillon with the truck. Is it a big setup different, or the rules any different when you go from Florence to Dillon with the truck?
Rules are the same, but it's just pretty good setup change. You know what I mean? Dillon's got big old higher loads than Florence, so you just have to change a little bit of stuff. But and you got to worry about messing your stuff up. Not saying everybody wrecks at Dillon or nothing. It's just you just have to always keep that in the back of your mind, because if you're running from a championship at Florence or something, you got to have time to be able to fix it. But yeah, not too much.
That's right. And there's a little bit more walls around Dillon.
Yeah.
Oh, well, cool, man. Awesome. So let everybody know again who all you got to thank on the truck, on the late model, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Mr. Raines, David Raines, he helped us out a lot this year. North Industrial, my mom with Shug Steakhouse and Mr. B's, my dad for all he puts into it, and he puts a lot of money into it too. My Uncle Bobby for let me drive his car, and I think that's about it. I hope I'm not forgetting somebody. If I am, I'm sorry. But
well,
yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you, you know, you and your brother with the matching daggone fire suits now. Y'all want to confuse everybody at track. I'm just glad y'all got y'all's names on them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Chippy Johnson gave me a old Cale Yarborough hat to wear at the track.
There you go.
Sweet. And me and Casey had it on. I said, man, I wish I had a blue shirt on. We could really twin.
One day they're just going to swap completely everything, and nobody know.
Hey, we can for sure. I know. They started the truck series probably about 5 years ago. That was when we brought the truck out of the back of the shop. It had cobwebs and we barely crank up. And we brought it out for that truck series, and they were talking about the points deal, and somebody, I think we brought up the question because like if me and Casey used to swap driving, we said, well, is the points gonna go off of names or car number? And they were like, names. And then we were like, dang. But then somebody was like, well, it don't really matter because we can't tell y'all apart. We can just have the same name and just change drivers. Nobody know.
And they weren't lying either. So. Well, man, awesome. Well, congratulations again on bringing home the sweep there this weekend in the truck and the late model stock. Congratulations, and man, best of luck to you the rest of the season, and we'll be seeing you at the track here soon, buddy.
All right, thank y'all for having me.
All right, buddy, appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cody Kelly jumping on board with us there after coming on his double win there. He likes doing that. It's like he likes to pull the double whenever he's gonna win. It's just win both.
Yeah, never forget the double day where he won all 4. That was
Yeah.
Man, that'd be
something.
nice, wouldn't it?
Woo, that's nice.
I about retire and just call it.
Can't do no
career,
better. Do
yeah.
like I did in bowling, and I ain't bragging by no means, but I bowled a 300 finally one
Really?
year. Yeah, I got a ring and all
I
because
know
it was
you're a
in.
bowler.
Yeah, I was. Let me take this back. I was
Okay.
about I don't know, 10, 15 years ago now. I bowled a 300. End of that season, I quit. I said I'm not going to get any better.
Yeah. Hey, you always be trying to get back to it.
That's all I
Frustrate
do.
you.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to do any better than that. So, but congratulations to Cody again. That was awesome. Glad to see him up there. And but like he said there, I guess we can talk about it a little more. We both watched it. That's all we got to see. We got to see the flow racing deal. Saw Donovan Strauss, his
That was
in-car camera from that crazy wild wreck. Man, you watching it, I know you didn't really put in a lot there. What'd you see in it? What'd you think?
I mean, totally racing deal. To me, the back straightaway is a lot more rounded than the
It
front
is.
straight. That makes sense. Obviously, front straightaway you come off the corner and you're straight for a couple seconds. The back straightaway is really you come off a 2 so low and enter 3. It's so much of a swooping corner more. You're not straight for very long.
Right.
So just 2 cars coming together and it's hard to get separated at that speed, and that just sucks. That's the fastest cars on the fastest part of the track, and so
Yep.
you hit something there. It's obviously going to be tough.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you there, and like I said, I told somebody today I was like I'm friends with all of them.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, I ain't trying to pick sides here by no means. It looked like a racing deal. It was I was like I said there. I reached out to Matt, asked him if he wanted to come on, and if he did, I was going to also ask Casey if he wanted to come on. That way I didn't show any favoritism on none of that. But I'm like you. I think it was just a bad timing, just one of them
Bad deal,
things. I
yeah.
mean, it both parts could probably look back now and say, "Oh, I could have did this a little bit different." But that's the thing about it is people act like it was.
Also, racing for the lead with 4 to go, you
4 to
can't
go.
back out. You lose the race.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's just, I looked on. There was people on Facebook going back and forth, as they always are. I mean,
man, it just
this one calls this, this one calls this, this one calls that. I'm like, man, you can tell who's never been in a race car. I mean, there's times when it happens that you absolutely know. You've been in them when you just know somebody just doored you, and they completely could have avoided it or something like that. And then there's times it's just like you like Cody said, you think something might have happened, and you look back at it, it's like, man, it's just kind of one of them
tough.
deals.
I mean, I hate it, but I mean, they've been racing this long for that hard. It's for the race this many years and not have anything like that happen. Is a testament in itself. So you just got to.
And they race
got to move
hard
on.
every
That's what I'm
week.
saying.
Every
And nothing's ever happened. Obviously. So
whether and it seems like it's always they're right there together. Whether it's Matt and Cody or Matt and Casey 1 to 2, it just for whatever reason it's like they're always right there together a lot. And I guess that's just how it is. And yeah, they'll rub a little bit every once in a while. I mean, but nothing egregious by no means. I mean, it's just they race hard. I mean, that's what they do.
Yep.
They race hard, and we don't expect any less. And then sometimes stuff like this happens.
yeah, just hard racing.
Hard racing for sure. For sure. I'll throw this up real quick. Our buddy Skylar Whitfield, playing every night this week,
Wow.
and my screen's little here. I can't even see it. Pull it up. He will be at tonight, right now, actually, as we talk, Boardwalk Billy's. So if you're in the North Myrtle Beach area, head on over there. Still there for about another hour and a half. If you're live with us here on Monday night, Boardwalk Billy's, North Myrtle Beach. 14th, Chimichanga Llama, Surfside Beach.
Yeah.
Sounds like somewhere I want to hang out. 15th, he'll be at the OD Lounge there in North Myrtle Beach. On the 16th, the Old Irish Pub in North Myrtle Beach. 17th, at Barefoot Landing in North Myrtle Beach. Don't have these on there, but 18th, he'll be at Duck Dive with Route 65 in North Myrtle Beach, and 19th, Murphy's on the Ocean there in North Myrtle Beach. Go see our buddy Skylar Whitfield. There's a ton of people down there right now for Bike Week. So
Is it this week?
yeah, it's this week.
I saw a few motorcycles rolling around. That makes sense.
So y'all check out his website, SkylarWhitfield.live. You see it there on the screen. Y'all, he said add Saturday to Route 65. Yep, that's what I was saying there. I saw it after I put it up. Appreciate you hanging out, Skylar. But like I said, it's Bike Week down at the beach, so y'all go check out Skylar for sure. All right. So other than that, over at Florence Motor Speedway this past week, Skylar was over there.
Yeah,
he was on the broadcast. Him and our
It's a
buddy
good
Terry.
broadcast, yeah, I want to do want to say at Florence Motor Speedway. We're usually not watching broadcasts because we're there, but I was watching.
Right.
I mean, they got drone shots and cameras in the corner and.
Did you see
everything
driver
else.
intros?
Yeah, saw that.
Did you see driver
yeah.
intros?
Yeah,
Did you
they're
see?
doing good. They're doing good. I mean, that was a good.
I don't know if anybody caught it. I did the Ric Flair strut out there.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't watch them all because
It was long.
very long.
It was
but
long.
I thought it was cool.
We were early in it.
Like a good,
I come out, woo!
like a good crowd in the stands too, which was good.
It was decent crowd. It was a decent crowd, and that's what Steve said in the drivers' meeting that he wants. He said, "I want to put on a great production value in this to get more people here," and it's not a Florence Motor Speedway thing. It's a everywhere thing. I mean, I hate to say this. As much as I love flow racing, as much as I love all the broadcasts, I think sometimes that takes some people out of the stands. But it was still a good crowd. I'm not hating on the crowd by no means. But on a weekly, a regular weekly show basis. I don't say this was a regular weekly show because we had Darlington in town, so it was a little bit bigger event. It's tough. It's tough getting people to the racetrack anymore. I get it. Things are expensive. Gas is expensive to get there and everything else. But in all honesty, you're not going to get entertained anywhere else for the price of what you're getting over there. Fun fact at Florence Motor Speedway, they opened it up this past week. Well, they've had it open before. Their VIP booth seating.
I saw a picture of it. Wow.
It was nice.
Yeah.
There was a fight in there. We'll get to that later.
I heard something on the broadcast about it. But
somebody partook a little too much, I think, between the two tracks and just got a little rowdy. But anyway, sitting in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And they had the flow racing broadcast up in the corner of it. It's theater style seating in there, and I mean
$40 too.
$40, and you get a cheeseburger and a drink.
That's as much as a pit pass. So I mean, that's
exactly. Hey. And you're in air conditioning.
I might just sit up there.
That's what I thought about.
Y'all have fun.
You know what? I'll just go up top. I'll give them my money for this ticket. So if you're in the area, ever want to come out to a race? I saw some people commented on Florence Motor Speedway's site that are on the Facebook Live said it was their first time there, and it definitely would not be their last time. So that was good. Glad to hear that. Same thing over at Dillon Motor Speedways, guys. Motor Speedway, not Speedways. I promise you come out, you will be entertained. These guys and gals racing these cars, and we do it because we love it for one. But on top of that, it's one of them things that, we want people to come watch. We want people to cheer when you get out. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I think it's a mind thing for a lot of people anyway. When more people are there, for some reason, more excitement happens.
More stuff. For sure. I agree.
I don't know why
something
that is.
In the air.
It is. It's something in there. So y'all get out to your local racetrack for sure. Y'all definitely enjoy it as always. Little Ricky Locklear, I remember this one. Had to go to the back of the Charger race to start. I told somebody, I said, within 8 laps, he'll be at the front. They said, nah, not that quick. Well, it was 11. I was a couple off.
Not that quick.
I was a couple off. I'm sorry. And he made it to the front and strolled out on them there and won. Like I said, Cody won truck race and late model. What else was there? Legend cars. I know Keelan Harvick sit on pole and was fast. Took out. It was a little bit crazy race.
Yeah.
I was in that race. I say crazy. It wasn't
terrible. It
wasn't terrible, but I tell you what happens, and this is what majority of what happened. Unfortunately, it has rained here, I think, every day other than Saturday.
Yeah.
I think for the past 2 weeks. I really think it has. It is. I think it's raining right now. If not, it was just a few minutes ago. Down in that's right. Down in turn 1, there's a weeper, and it's not so bad in the daylight, but when it cools down and the track starts cooling down for whatever, it draws water back up to the top when it's done all this raining. And about, not every wreck, but a lot of the spins and stuff that happen in the legend car race, if you let off the gas at the wrong time,
the short wheelbase cars a lot more.
Yes. I went in there one time. Lizzie was behind me. She told her dad, she said, David wrecked. He didn't hit anything. He didn't even spin out, but he wrecked. It was that crossed up going across it. Yeah. I was behind somebody, and if you just let out at the wrong time, and it'll
throw you around.
It'll throw you quick. And it happened to quite a few people. Our buddy Matt Grantham, I think it threw him around one time. I thought somebody got into him. No, he said, no, I just hit the water. And then we timed out on that race. I think we ran 18 of the 20 laps.
It was close.
It was close, but 30 minutes. What's his name that won that one? Staton. Jacob Staton won. Keelan was flying, though. Keelan was coming back through the field on a mission. I saw him coming, and I told Landon, I said, let me know when they're coming, because I know they're coming fast. Oh, I did. When I saw him a couple car lengths back going into one, I just point out, just go. I'll fall in behind y'all maybe. I couldn't stay there. Dude, they were turning 19.5
I know.
in the race.
It's absurd.
It's crazy fast. It is crazy fast. I told somebody the other day, I said, I turned a 20.1 in qualifying. I said a year and a half ago, a 20.1, we'd have been, man, we're running pretty good.
Not anymore.
But I think from I don't remember, it was like 4th or 5th to me was within a 10th and a half. So we were just locked. I mean, it just, wherever you were is kind of where you feel. But them Joe Ryan cars up there up front, man, just,
yeah.
There was an 860 car up there too.
Yeah.
That 25 or 20, whatever it was, car.
95.
Was that it?
I think.
They were fast.
Yeah. There's some bad legend cars.
Yeah, dude, they're so fast. Keelan, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I ain't saying this just because he just outran the dog out of me, because I ain't even ashamed to say it, because he did. He just passed me.
He does that to a lot of people.
He does it to a lot of. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Jacob Staton, who has been in it for a little while, and he's a fast driver. Him and Keelan are going head to head every week. It seems like, and they're teammates. Keelan, having the connections that he has now is a big thing. But regardless of all that, I think he's going to be, I'm going to call it now, he's going to be big time.
Oh, yeah. Being as young as he is.
That's what I'm saying. He's, 11 years old now, I think?
I don't know how old he is. He's young.
Very. But what was really funny, all the Joe Ryan guys, Friday night, sat right in front of us at Darlington. Keelan sat in stands with him. Yeah, I mean, it was just, and I think that Kevin and Delana are doing perfect with that. I mean, just let him be one of the guys. Let him, and that's what they're doing. They're letting him go to the racetrack, kind of
Yeah.
with his group of guys, and just let him be one of the guys. And he's learning well like that, obviously, because he is fast. Man, he is fast. He's and that's cool to watch him. I mean, I followed him through a couple corners there, and he's driving. He's wheeling it. He's wheeling it for sure. Owen Zacharias won his 4th race of the season.
That's a pretty race for Bandos, yeah.
I was fixing to say it was a good race. Pretty clean. They got a little dicey there a few times.
Boy, they make me nervous.
They do. They're so fast for those cars. They got a little dicey, but man, that was good, clean, hard race. It was cool to watch. Cool to watch Owen. I think he might be moving up next year, maybe some, to a legend car, and I think he's gonna be fast in it too.
Oh yeah.
But that Bandolero he's got, he knows the track.
Oh yeah.
But he is so consistent every lap. He hits his mark, same place every lap. 4 cylinders.
Kevin Jackson. Also a good race.
Yeah, that was a good race. That top 4 that kind of sit there every week.
Oh yeah.
They put on some great racing between Kevin Jackson, Matt Briggs, Brandon Johnson, and what's his name? Chris Renaud. Yeah. They kind of Chris seems to be getting faster and faster. He's kind of getting up in that mix a little more and more. But especially that them 3 that we just said, they
hard.
they race hard. And I think I know sometimes Brandon and Matt kind of get into it. But I really don't think it's, I don't know. It just seems like they're racing so hard on the track.
Yeah.
It's just like what happened in the late models. I mean, it's like they're there and then they get in each other and
you race hard enough.
Kind of mad at each other. Exactly. So that's a fun race to watch every week. And it is like that, like I said, unless something happens, it is literally every week over there. They're like that. TNL cars right there. I didn't see who won that. Did you see who won
Dean
that?
McClary. That's all right.
Did he win? Cool.
Thought he did.
Or was it Joey Webster? Or was it Dean?
I don't know. They all were guaranteed a top
Terry,
3.
who won it? Terry's on the chat here. And I think that about
They'll do it.
other than vintage, I have no clue.
Yeah, who knows?
They
all win. They have 5
all
classes.
win. They have more fun in the back track. I can promise you that. So really cool. It was a good week of racing. Good week of, I don't know. Finally back to a night race over at Florence.
Yeah.
That's when it seems like it happens, when all the craziness comes out for some reason. We go through the day races, and it kind of, and then it's kind of, whatever. Yeah, Kim McClary won. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks, Chad. All of a sudden the night race comes, and when we get to night races, that's when it seems to kind of change up there for a little while. And I think what happens is, I've thought about this before. I think what happens is we practice, we qualify everything during the day. I think the cars change just that little bit at night sometimes.
Yeah.
And everybody's not perfect, but they're still trying to drive hard. So, I don't know. That's just my theory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ooh, did you get in trouble? Terry. Terry got in trouble. But anyway. So, good night of racing at Florence Motor Speedway. Be back there in 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know that I'm going to make it. Do what?
I didn't know what the theme of the night was.
I'm not sure what the next one will be. That's what's cool to have a theme.
Yeah, it is that's what I like. I mean,
Terry did great. Terry come down there with his tie on Everybody wanted his tie. So
Broadcast was really good. I was
broadcast was good.
even from where it started a couple years ago when first started doing flow, just one camera following whatever. And if you didn't catch it, you don't know what happened. But now, I mean, it's a good broadcast for a weekly show.
I don't know if it was on there, but I waved at the drone one time. It was like sitting right over
Did
the
you?
legend card.
I don't think it might. Or I didn't see it. I don't know.
It was like right above us, so I come out and I'm just like, hey. May 25th, you are right. That is my wife's birthday. So I'm probably not going to be racing that
Maybe not.
day.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
So who knows? But so it'll be good. Be good. Also, everybody, like we said, since we'll move out of Florence, racing this Saturday at Dillon Motor Speedway. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
We'll see.
Don't look. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. I've already looked at it. Don't look.
Well, last time it showed we were okay, and then we weren't.
Maybe it needs to show we're not okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
it
show
does.
We're not okay right now.
We're not okay.
It's reverse psychology, though.
I'm hoping.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be great.
I'm hoping.
Beautiful day.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So, planning on being there?
Yeah,
After-
already got tickets bought from 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
Tires mounted, so might as well show
Might as well
up.
go up, hey. Good. I'm glad.
Gonna be making the
He go-
Charger debut.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We are going to pull out the old Red Rider, I reckon. Got a fresh bullet in the gun, I guess, from Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Got it tuned and everything matched perfect over at Chad Webster Racing. I just got a picture from it. He said it is ready to rock, ready to make some laps. So so appreciate him. Appreciate Earl getting the motor. I appreciate Chad putting his touches on it, and I ain't really, hoping for a lot necessarily out of it. I mean, as far as I think motor be there, setup be there, driver probably not going to be there. I got to get my knock the rust off.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Been a while.
Yeah,
Been over a year, so.
Yeah. But I think we're ready to go with it for a little while. Hopefully, knock on wood, something. It's gonna be fun. Me and Landon gonna head over there. My dad still on a cruise.
Still cruising.
He's always cruising. I got to tell a story about that here in a minute. This was this was pretty funny. But anyway, so y'all come on over to Dillon Motor Speedway this week. If you were there 2 weeks ago, you got an armband already, and and ready to go. So Matt said he's putting another car together right now. It's looking good over there, Connor.
He got a good operation going, sounds like.
He's got. I'm gonna tell you something, and me and quite a few people said this. He got a little bit of work to do on his car because he kind of wrecked there at the end.
Yeah, I heard he had off track.
Oh, it wasn't so much. Well, he had a few off track excursions.
Right.
One time he stayed off track and just stayed in it. I just saw dust flying and he stayed in front of me. I was like, dang,
Passing
go
the
ahead.
grass.
Yeah, the long way.
The original passing the grass.
Matt's car is fast. It is really
Oh, yeah, I've
fast.
seen it.
So I think he's ready, but he's got a second one coming up.
Cool.
I think he might need a driver for it. Don't you think so, Matt? So he's gonna be at Dillon this weekend too. We'll all be over there. There you go. He's trying to test his new gravel. No, he ain't go that low. Or he might have been trying to one out in the parking lot because he was almost out there. So anyway, it'll be good. It'll be good for sure. We're ready for it, and I'm ready for it. All right, so I got to tell you this story real quick before we talk about our great partners here on Chicken Bone Alley. My parents, they go on a lot of cruises. That's their thing. They go on cruises. I like cruises too. We only typically go once about every couple years or so though. I have to work a little more than they do. Anyway, they got a cruise, and this one something they've never been on. They always go out of either here in Charleston, or they go, maybe to Cape Canaveral down in Florida, somewhere within driving distance, East Coast driving distance. They got a cruise this time, and they go on so many. They get good rates on cruises and all kind of stuff. And guy my dad works with loves to go on cruises too. So they just, my parents and him and his wife always team up and go on cruises and all that good stuff. So it's good for them. They like it. They decided they wanted to take a cruise on the West Coast this time. And they were leaving out of Los Angeles, going on a Mexican Riviera cruise.
How about
all right. Well, my mom has never, ever, ever flown like a commercial airplane.
Yeah.
She'd been up in a little like 4-seater one time and got sick as a dog.
I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't want to do it hardly either. Even though I have Rise Aero as a sponsor on my car. Anybody wants some good flight training, head over to Rise Aero. But I'm not going to ride with you. But anyway, I've flown commercial a few times myself. Never much. Just going to race it. We actually went to a cruise on one time. It was in Fort Lauderdale, so quick.
Yeah.
Hour and a half flight, maybe. I was good. Anyway, they were supposed to leave out of Charleston at 5 a.m. on Friday, which meant they needed to be there at 3 a.m. So they were going to have to leave here at about 12:30 to 1 o'clock a.m. on Thursday night. Well, Thursday night, Friday morning. Well, they happened to get a text, message on my mom's phone there. Flight was canceled.
Yikes.
Out of Charleston. But it was okay. They had moved them to a 10 o'clock flight, which actually they were like, hey, that's fine. We don't have to get up. We don't have to leave. Yeah. We can sleep a little longer. We can leave at 6 o'clock. Still be there in plenty of time. That's what they did. Well, the guy that went with them, the guy and his wife, his name's Bo. That's not his real name, obviously. We all know him as Bo. Well, they get to the airport, go through TSA, all that good stuff, and something happened. They would not let him through.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying a paperwork ordeal and all this other stuff. And he's like, what do you mean? Blah, blah, whatever. Sent him all back through. Well, come to find out, 2 hours later, woman typed his name in wrong.
Wow.
At the counter. So that was fine because they ended up pushing their flight back. They said it was going to be at 10:45. Another 45 minutes. Whatever, not a big deal. Well, they finally board the plane. They sit on the runway for over an hour. I say, well, about an hour. 11:50, they finally take off. They were heading from there to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to L.A. Well, because flights had been pushed back so much, by the time they landed in Atlanta, guess what? They'd missed their flight from there to L.A. They got another one, but they were there at, only took about an hour and 20 minutes, so they were there about 1-ish, just after 1-ish. Next flight wasn't heading out till 5:45.
Man, I was about like, I went to fly to Myrtle Beach for my mission trip, and the tire on the plane was flat or something, and the nearest one was in Raleigh.
It's never good when you got a flat tire on the airplane.
And that was a 5 a.m. flight, too, so we'd been there since 3 a.m.,
Ooh.
and we didn't leave till 2 in the afternoon.
Ooh, that stinks.
Yeah.
So anyway, they sat around. That flight ended up getting pushed back to like 6 something. They finally got out of there. They were supposed to be in Los Angeles at, I think it was like 12:45 Western or Pacific time. I think they finally got there. I put it this way. Me and Landon left the truck race at Darlington at about 11:15, and she texted me right after we left saying they were landed.
Wow. So they were a little bit late.
They were a little late.
Well,
So they didn't get to do quite as much as they wanted to in L.A., which I was like, you probably ain't really missed a whole lot.
Yeah. At least you made it.
Yeah. But they did stay in I actually booked a hotel for them, but it's not necessarily, it was a hotel, but it wasn't a hotel. On the dock there in Long Beach, the Queen Mary, which was a cruise ship that was I guess it wasn't a direct sister ship, but it was under the same line as a Titanic.
Wow.
Is like docked there, but they got it like
Made it into a...
yeah. I mean it's stabilized and everything, and it's made into a hotel.
Cool.
So they got like an office up, and then you like board the ship and everything and go to your room. So
Neat.
she sent me some pictures of that. That was pretty cool. It worked out because it was like directly across the parking lot from the cruise terminal where they were getting on. So worked out good. So they're on a cruise right now. Won't be back until this coming Saturday night at about 3:00. So it'll be me and Landon over at Dillon by ourselves. Well, not by ourselves.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's over there. Yeah, all y'all's. So me and Landon pulled a car over there, and I know we'll have a pile of help over there with our. I guess we just call it the Chad Webster Racing crew over there.
Yeah, a bunch of us.
all of us over there. So that's cool. But I want to thank real quick our good friends over at SRI Performance. Called them the other day. Actually Friday. Called my buddy Eric up there. I'd went online myself and just looked up the part numbers I needed. But I called my buddy Eric, gave him part numbers. They're sitting outside already.
Cool.
That is that's good.
Can't beat that, yeah.
No, you can't beat that. So they shipped them out to me same day. If it would have been Thursday, I'd have got them Friday. I mean, that's how fast it would have been. So, you can't beat it. I mean, you not at all. I mean, anything you need. Like I said, I needed some springs. Went over there, found everything exactly what I needed. Got them sent to me. It was great deal. So y'all head over to SRI Performance. Anything you need for any kind of ride, especially like I talked about springs. There are so many different springs out there. I mean, for any application. I don't care if you're got a late model, if you run big spring, you run coilovers, or if you got down to a legend car, run little springs. They got everything you need, everything in between there for any application. I love the Draco Springs by SRI there. Good old purple springs. So they've been good. They've worked good for us, so that's what we like to run. So y'all head over to SRI Performance, www.sriperformance.com. At checkout, put in that promo code CBONE10. The C is in
Chicken.
BONE10. Get yourself 10% off the time of checkout. Same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Anything you need, guys, material wise, painted aluminum sheets. If you need to, as some of these cars look this past week, they're gonna need some structural type steel under them, whether that be roll bars, they're tubing for the frame, anything. Just call them up, tell them exactly what you need, and if they don't have it, they can get it quick. So y'all head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. They'll hook you up for sure. Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Like I said, I got a new bullet in the I don't know what I'm naming that car. I'm funny about naming cars. See, I got the copper one. I call it the Lucky Penny this year. That one's red. It's probably gonna stay red.
Yeah.
Might just be the Red Rider.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Is it a Red Rider or Red Rocket? I don't know. Depends how fast it
goes.
is.
Yeah. You riding or you racing?
Matt, I hate to tell you, but the white car we used to have that you have now, that one's name used to be the Problem Child. For multiple reasons. So but it was always a fast car for sure. But anyway, so but like I said, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, they are they're your stop for any kind of application you need, whether it be a crate motor, whether it be a like mine, which is a late model stock, or you need anything super, them super late model guys. If you need anything, they got you. They got Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Hook you up, get some time on that chassis dyno, and they got you, whatever you need. One of the best things you can put on there, though, guys, is some good old Profab headers. Profab headers and exhaust, guys. They are quality that wins. So y'all head over to Profab headers and exhaust. They can hook you up for sure. Call our buddy Andy over there. Tell me sent you. All right. Well, there was some racing over at Darlington. Me and Landon went over to truck race, like I said. Saw you spotter there, Pete.
Yep.
I always see him. I think every time I go over there, I think I see him. So we had a little rain delay there to begin with. I say little, it was like pretty long. Like 3 hour rain delay. Yeah. So we got to talking and stuff there while it was going on, but it got cool out there all of a sudden.
I heard it was kind of a cool night.
It cooled down quick. Landon was wearing shorts over there. He got cold. And it did. I didn't take a jacket or anything with me. It sitting in them stands. It was like every time trucks come by, I was just like, ooh. Ooh. Lap 2. Your boy.
Yeah. Overcooked it a little bit.
Overcooked it out of 2.
Said it just snapped on him.
It did. I watched it. I saw it from the stands. I saw the replay screen, and it did. It snapped on him. My question is, though, and I almost asked him at Florence. I spoke to him at Florence on Saturday. He was there. Why do you feel like you needed to push it that early? Just go.
Yeah.
Just sitting on go.
Just the way it is, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I hate it for him because I think he would have put on a good race. Corey Heim was fast, though, but I think Kyle would have been faster.
Kyle,
just doing Kyle things in the truck. Stinks because that was his last racing truck for the year.
Was it? Dang.
And that is the fastest he has ever been out of a truck race.
Yeah.
Or a
It's the
race.
first time they ever finished last or whatever. So. But, hate it. But
Hate it. But I'm gonna tell you something. He come back out. They worked on the truck there. He come back out and that truck was sparking like crazy.
even he states that he said it, I don't know why they wanted him to come back out. He said it was done for.
I didn't understand why.
Especially not for points or anything.
No, that's my thing. I was like, it ain't worth it to take that thing back out there. He went in turn 1, and that they said they come to find out it wasn't a tire. It was something broke, lower control arm or something like that broke. But when it broke, we could feel it down in the stands, down in the Tyler Tower, which we were right at start finish line. He hit that wall a ton. I don't know if it looked like it on TV, but
yeah,
man, that thing, I was looking down that way when it happened. Whoo, he hit that wall hard. I thought about asking him at the track, but I figured I better not bring it up. So I just kind of waved, said, "Hey man, how's it going?" What's up, man? He spoke. So that was all. He was walking good, so I figured it must not been too bad. But that was pretty good race actually.
Yeah, what I saw, it looked pretty good.
Yeah. They were driving hard. I tell everybody every week, in my opinion, a truck race on a good week can put on some of the best racing.
Oh yeah.
Those trucks aren't completely stable all the time. And man, I'm gonna tell you, there were some of them. Me and Landon were watching back through the field. There was guys sideways every lap, especially out of 2. They were just had it yawed out and just driving. That would kill their speeds. I mean, but they were driving it. So Ross Chastain finally picked him up a win at Darlington. He was happy about it.
For Majeski. Majeski had him covered, didn't he? Till
he didn't need that caution. He didn't need the caution. I think Corey Heim probably had the field covered until that wreck that took all them boys out. Stinks. Is what it is though. He was fast the whole race. Uh-oh. But it was so it was a good race, but it was cool to see Chastain that excited about winning a truck race.
Yeah.
And I think it was, I don't know if it was so much just him winning again, but I think it was how close he was that year that him and Kevin Harvick got into it, which has been years and years and years ago, in the Xfinity race, and he almost had a win there, and he knew that probably would have been his first win, and it didn't work out. So I think it was just felt like, many, many years now, redemption, finally winning at Darlington.
Tough place.
It's definitely tough. Definitely tough. So you were over at the Xfinity race. What'd you think?
Not a whole lot happened. It was a pretty good race. It wasn't nothing too bad. Allgaier just had them covered. I mean, really, kind of stuck up the show a little bit. But hey, if you're good, you're good. So
there's some people kind of talking trash about something that he said. That win tied him for the same amount of wins with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Xfinity Series now. And he was kind of great. I mean, he said it's cool to be tied with him, and whatever. Everybody just went crazy. Yeah, but Dale did it in this many years. It's taking you this long. I was like, man, come on,
And like he started talking about it, they asked him about it.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. Yeah, that's cool.
That's what.
I like Allgaier. He's the reason I like Allgaier. I'll tell you the reason I like him. I liked him before that, but I was walking through the pits one day in Darlington after Xfinity practice. There was Xfinity practice. It was supposed to be Xfinity practice that day. Cup practice, Cup qualifying, or Xfinity, whatever. Anyway, it was a Saturday deal. I was over there. Xfinity was racing that day.
Mm-hmm.
Cup was racing the next day. After the first practice, we were in the garage down there. He had rubbed a wall. Didn't really hurt anything, but he had rubbed a wall. Nothing unusual. He was down on the ground, pulling the side skirts off the car, and he was beating them flat himself and standing over there, and he rewrapped them with vinyl all himself.
Wow. Sitting
over there. And you don't, and I ain't saying he still does it. I don't know if he still does it because these cars have changed so much with all even those cars, they got all the composite stuff on them now. But you don't see anybody doing that anymore in the NASCAR ranks hardly.
Yeah.
Timmy Hill maybe on ride. Those guys, and I respect that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why I like that. That is one reason I am a Justin Allgaier fan, because he kind of still jumps in there and helps what he can. And I was a Ryan Newman fan because of that. Not so much of his driving. He was a good driver. Boy, he was aggressive. I loved to watch him qualify, but he would jump out the car and go to work on it because he knew what to do. And there was a lot of guys like that. And it's changed now, and I get
They're
it.
told not to do that now, I think.
You probably don't want these guys working on them now. But I could respect it back then for sure. So Allgaier dominated Xfinity. You were there for the Cup race too?
Yeah.
On Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Hope all y'all had a great Mother's Day. So tell us about it over there.
Yeah, it was it's a pretty good race. Darlington always delivers, seems like. And that they rode a while the second stage, and you kind of it was going. You knew even if it went a long green flag run, the six would catch Tyler Reddick there at the end. So you knew it was going to be a pretty good finish of the way. And then they started having some cautions, and man, they just went at it.
They definitely did. They definitely went at it. And like we were saying, there was something in the air, obviously, this weekend. Reddick put it, I mean, the wild last restart, that Keselowski and Reddick were up there battling and putting on a great battle.
3 wide.
Yep. They got crossed up coming off 4, Busher went down to the bottom. I thought he was going to the inside wall.
Yeah, he was way down.
He was way down there, and powered by him on the front stretch. Just great racing. That was great racing. But Reddick was coming back.
Oh yeah, you knew Reddick was fast, and
I was watching times on it, and he was fast. All right, so what did you think about the move that happened?
Yeah.
That
just surprised it was with 10 laps to go.
yeah,
You know, I kind of understand what you're saying. You know, kind of a surprise attack. You know, you clear them, then you move on. I mean, hey, that's Darlington. You know, they're racing hard. I don't. Yeah, obviously, if I was Busher, I'd be mad too because you ended up just getting used up. I don't think that was the intended purpose, but I don't know. I see more like a last lap move, but I guess maybe he was trying to surprise them. You know.
There was some drama that ensued in the pits after that, just to kind of bring that full circle. And Reddick just said, "I messed up." That's not the words he used, but it's basically what he said. I messed up. It was he said, "I thought I was going to go in there and try to slide. I realized it wasn't going to happen. Tried to slow down and stay off." He said, "My car just went straight to it." Basically, what he said. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like I told somebody on Twitter, something they were talking about, you know, they were thinking kind of more 17. He was already loose in the wall. I was like, yeah, he was loose in the wall, but everybody's loose in the wall every lap. Or you know, they're rubbing on the wall every lap. I said it was Bernard Pollard Jr. actually, who was a trainer. Well,
ex-NFL player.
Ex-NFL player, and he liked the comment. He was like 100%, man. He agreed with what I said after it. I told him, I was like, he went in there, he was up against the wall. Yeah, I said, but to me, that is on Reddick. He put it down in there. It is his job to keep it off of him up top, regardless if he's in the wall or not. I said, now, I don't think it was intentional by no means.
Yeah.
That was a racing deal. Bernard Pollard said he didn't like the fact that Busher put his hands on. I said, you know, on Reddick afterwards. I said, I get there was a shove there. I said, but he shoved him, but he knew where to draw the line.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'm going on there, displeasure.
Yeah.
Now, and what I will say, which I was so happy to see, Cruz stayed out of it.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens too.
I do too. They get in there and escalate. If they let drivers get each other and kind of, as long as they're not just trying to fight, if they're talking, kind of get something, I ain't going to say solved, but gets kind of out and done with at least. I saw where Busher put out there, you know, he's still not happy. You know, it wasn't good enough to him that I just messed up.
Yeah, you can't say that really.
I mean,
you can't just, you know, cost them a win essentially and say you messed up. But hey, they're going for it. And it was good to see Brad get one too.
I was fixing to say, I was really glad to see Brad Keselowski. I used to not be a Brad Keselowski fan.
I never was, but
I don't know.
He's kind of like Kyle Busch. He kind of blew it out.
Well, it is kind of like Kyle Busch. Ever since he's changed teams, and I guess he's taken on a different role, and he's got a different thought process about it. He's become more likable.
Oh yeah,
and I guess he kind of sees the bigger picture a little more than. And I think that's kind of how Kyle is now. I think they see the bigger picture a little more than the instant picture. And so it was great to see. I really like to see Brad Keselowski win that yesterday. That was good. Ford back in victory lane.
Yep. There's some close calls. Finally made it back.
I was listening to the teardown, and I listen to it about every week just to hear what they say afterwards. And they were kind of, you know, through the weeks, Ford they're struggling, and I kind of thought, I was like, man, it's not like they're that bad. It's just they can't haven't closed it. Exactly. I was like, they've been there, but it's been Busher and Keselowski that's been there.
Penske not so much, but
Penske, no. Noah Gregson's been up there.
Yep.
Josh Berry got a top 10.
He got top 3, you know.
Yeah, he did get top. That's right. I forgot
after the other two.
That's right.
Could have tired, but yeah.
So I don't think Ford's been at off. I just think Hendrick and Gibbs have just been able to close better this season.
Winning, you know, and that's how NASCAR especially nowadays, is there's going to be a late caution most of the time, and so you can lose it that way.
Yep.
Just hasn't gone the way yet, but
This late caution was because of Hendrick Carr.
Yeah.
Later caution. Kyle Larson, not a great day. I know.
no, he was fast for a while.
Yeah.
When he got out front, he was really fast. And
Did you see the wreck that happened between, obviously, Blaney got it pushed into the wall, Martin Truex. Byron was on the bottom. There's a lot of people calling Byron out on this one. I may have a little different view. What's your view on it?
I don't know. I think he sent it 3 wide for sure, and he kind of pushed up a little bit. I say it was his fault, but I'm not saying it. It was egregious, but he said he definitely made an aggressive move, and I just don't think everybody just ran out of room.
I agree.
Truex could have backed out in the middle. Probably what should have happened, but
That's what I was going to say.
those restarts are so important. They don't want to lose a spot.
They are, and I get that. But my thought process is in it. If they would have been door to door, 100% on William Byron. William Byron would the only thing. Truex was at his quarter,
Yeah,
and he come up.
Truex isn't obligated to back out, but
not
you would
obligated.
think that's probably
Exactly
the better decision. So
it's kind of the unwritten, I ain't gonna say rule, but the unwritten gentleman's thing there.
But I guess if you're the one that got wrecked like Blaney, you're going to be mad at the
he was
guy
mad
that
at World.
started the.
Denny Hamlin said on his podcast today, he said, Blaney's the only person I know that is the quietest person ever outside the car, but is the loudest person on the radio. He's literally, I'm going to kill those guys. I'm like, geez, calm down. It's not that big a deal. You got wrecked. But that won't make too great for at the dinner table with us.
Yeah.
With the family there.
It'll probably pass.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Ain't no big deal. I personally think, like I said, I think it's a racing deal more or less. Run out of room at Darlington off of 2. It happens. I just feel like Truex could have gave a little, being that Byron had the majority of the position at that point. But then
that's what makes for good racing, though.
Exactly,
Sure.
it did. It made for good racing. Truex not happy about it. Coming and kind of doored him
his day. Yeah.
Yep. I get it. It's racing. So is what it is. So we move on from Darlington now. First Darlington race down. We got Labor Day to go there. But this week, kind of a week I'm looking forward to. Just to see how the changes are.
Yeah.
We got Cars Tour coming up Wednesday night. I think
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think they're there Tuesday and Wednesday. Testing on Tuesday, racing Wednesday at North Wilkesboro. And then the All-Star race this weekend, along with the truck race.
The trucks are there.
Race. Trucks are there. New pavement.
Yeah. They're going.
They said the track was almost 2 seconds faster.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't more.
I know. Once they get some rubber laid, and I think it's gonna be fast. Is that gonna put on good racing? Or what you think?
Cup Series wise,
No.
or I have to say it wasn't.
Just in general.
It wasn't before, so
No.
you can't go any but worse. I don't know, but it's kind of one of those things. I think they kind of had to do it.
Oh yeah, they definitely had to.
So I'm curious to see about the late models because they're going to be flying around there.
I'm scared about tires on that, but I know it is it's a different tire this year for the.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. I don't know. It could go. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It's hard to predict.
I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm ready
to see what it see. It's going to be unknown for sure.
Yeah. They've had some testing there, but you ain't heard so much get out from testing there this time for whatever
Tire
reason.
testing, never heard.
Yeah. I do know the All-Star race is going to be a multiple tire compound race.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I hate trying to make the All-Star race too complicated.
Well, I think they're trying. I don't know. I don't know what the format is this year. I'm. Pete said he's trying to watch. What going on? the format, I don't even know what the format is this year. I think all they're trying with the tire is just to see
Yeah. Hey.
what happens. And I heard Elton Sawyer talking on Dale Jr. Download last week saying from that Bristol race, now they want to try some different compounds to see what will make for better racing. And I'm just like, I don't think it's a compound issue, though. Yeah, Bristol was
Yeah.
just a freak thing.
Yeah.
A happy accident is like what they wanted to call it. I don't think you're going to duplicate that, though. I mean, I think Goodyear is good enough to duplicate that if they want to, but I don't think they really want to go that route. I just still think, and we learned this at a Legend Car tire test, which, I mean, we knew it all. I think it's just a contact patch issue more than anything.
Yeah.
I think there's just too much tire on the ground.
Yeah. I just hope one way or the other they find a way to put on a pretty good race, you know.
Yeah, they said the option softer tire is going to be the exact same compound of rubber that is on the wet weather tire.
Yeah.
No grooves in it. I'm just like, just let them use the wet
Rain
weather.
tire.
Yeah, let them use rain tire. Just let them see that. Race them on it. It might turn out good. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Cool. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our good friends over at Fresh Chef. Fresh Chef up there in the Race City area, as we call it up there, Mooresville, Concord, all those good areas up there in North Carolina. Y'all head over to Fresh Chef, pick you up some great food, great food and drinks. Got specials every day. So head over to Fresh Chef. You won't regret that at all. I promise you. That's some good food. Also, thanks to our friends at Dixie Made right here in Florence. Hope some of you that came in from Darlington stopped over at Dixie Made there right here beside the Florence Flea Market. It's a cool store. Great different types of clothing, anything from hats to shoes, everything in between, for sure. Go over there, get your Simply Southern apparel, ladies. Your Southern Fried Cottons, your everything in Drake Waterfowl, Access Waterfowl, from my friend right here in Florence, South Carolina. So head over to Dixie Made and they'll hook you up for sure. Also, our friends over at Rev Max Racing Apparel. I got a suit. Connor got a suit coming.
Yep.
I love it. I think he's gonna love it too. Great stuff. Been wearing mine for about a year now. Holding up just as good as day one.
Good deal.
So it is great. I've worn it every week since I've got it. So y'all head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Awesome design work by Taylor down there. She's good on her design stuff. She knows what she's doing. So y'all look them up for sure. And tell them we sent you over there. Also, our friends at MPM Marketing, Tanya over there, McAllister's Precision Marketing. Y'all head over to marketwithmpm.com. Y'all have heard so many interviews on this show that have been brought to you by MPM Marketing because they are her clients. And there's even been interviews on this show that have done with drivers that aren't even her clients, but she has helped us out so much in getting. She knows everybody that you need to know. She's got their phone number already. So y'all head over to Market with MPM if you are starting out in racing or if you're well into your racing career, but you need a good marketing team. Head over to marketwithmpm.com and get started today. All right. So, like we said, Dylan coming up this week.
Just hope for a
Graduation
good day.
on Friday.
Yep. Racing on Saturday.
You know, most people, Connor, when they graduate, they take a little trip or something, or go out of town, hang out with their buddies.
We're going to the beach the next week after.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
We'll
That's
hit that.
good.
We'll hit it all.
Got to race first.
Yeah.
Got to race first. I hear you. What part of the beach y'all going to?
I think Ocean Isle, North
Ocean
Carolina,
Isle?
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
nice.
Yeah.
Whole family going, or you and
No,
some
me and
buddies?
some friends going.
You and some buddies.
And their families. So.
I hear you. Cool. What's your expectations at Dillon this week?
I just
It's
hope.
raining again, just to let you know.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Oh,
Dillon.
yeah.
Just right now, it's raining again.
I don't know. Just hoping for a solid week.
You were fast
Felt
over there in
like
practice.
yeah. So we can back it up and hopefully go faster on race tires. So we'll see.
I'm going to try to get there and follow you. Learn something, maybe.
Good deal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, head over to Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend. Just saying, Connor, here in the chat, our buddy Matt Grantham there, he said he's hoping to have a car ready for you this weekend.
Cool deal.
Connor said he'll be ready.
Yeah.
He's always
there.
ready. So, anyway, guys, thanks to Cody Kelly for jumping on with us this evening and hanging out with us, giving his point of view on that race. And congratulations to him picking up another truck win, another late model stock win there at Florence Motor Speedway. Y'all come on out, head out to your local track, go support local racing. If you can't get there, watch it on Flow Racing or whatever streaming service there is. But head out to your track. You'll like it. You'll enjoy it. You'll have fun. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You have a lot more fun at the track.
Oh yeah.
You get to see me do the Ric Flair strut through the tunnel. Might just be my thing now.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be he likes the tunnel and the
Keep doing
flamethrowers.
it. Yeah.
Might keep doing it.
Cool
Who knows?
deal.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk him into it. I like it. It gets fan involvement. So anyway, guys, appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Appreciate all of our support on here. And I guess we will talk to y'all next time.
Later.
All right, peoples. We still got 7 people on here still hanging out. Dang, 6 now. Sorry.
Don't be dropping.
They're dropping like flies now. Oh, well. They get to see the after show. Anyway. All right. Appreciate everybody. Matt done sent me something. Let's see what Matt sent. Connor.
What you got?
He got her.
Like a good chassis coming along. Oh yeah.
And he got the motor he got in it come from Jacob Staton.
That's what he told me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool deal.
Who knows?
Yep. We'll be ready.
See what happens.
Yep. You gonna bring your legend car? Or?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna skip that this week. I'll wait till my dad's back.
Yeah. Be tough to tackle with just you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be tough. So plus I just want to kind of
Just focus in.
because I know I'm gonna have to do stuff and trying to practice and me do stuff
Yeah.
and stuff like that wouldn't work. I mean, I know other people there that would help, but I don't want to put that on anybody. So I'll wait till next time,
Sounds good.
and then we'll pull the double. All right, peoples. Anybody else got anything going on? Want to talk about real quick? So we getting off of here. Go wade through the rain here. All right. Well, appreciate all y'all coming on. Oh, we got people back on here now. So back to 7 again. I was talking about dropping. No, they back on here. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all. And we'll catch y'all next time.